All right. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to round two of the SGL online brackets here. We have a wonderful match here, Gavaroni versus Brotinderdose. Very two highly skilled opponents, very close to each other in skill, and this is going to be awesome. And I'm joined here today with Mel. Welcome, Mel. You excited?
I'm super excited. Already through round one, just completed. So we've got round two. I think we've actually already had two round two matches, so this is our third. But yeah, Gav and Brot, really exciting pair to be watching. Good start that I'm seeing here. Starting with our Forest Medallion, so we get a free song. We are starting with our Forest Prelude start, and it looks to be that our item that replaced that song check happened to fall on our normally free song.
Yep, which means every other song check is a song, so don't have to worry about that. But we also know that we are not getting an item off that. It would be on the tracker if we already had an item. So it's rupees or a piece of heart or something that doesn't get tracked. So
yeah. One of my absolute favorites when we were testing settings for this, we ended up getting a free pack of bomb chews.
Yes.
Best case scenario. But yeah, our settings today. We've got 3-stone bridge and lax or light arrow cutscene boss keys, so the spirit and shadow medallions, and the 3 stones are what we are going to be attempting.
Yep, and I want to just give a shout out to our trackers real quick. Shanak, Nath, and Mira. Thank you for helping out, and then of course everyone who helped set this up. So the runner should start going here soon. We'll see the countdown going on Brotinder's side when it does. Yeah, I'm excited. This is a good matchup. Of course, we've had like 2 or 3 other really good matchups today, so...
Yeah, honestly, we had 4 matches today, and it's like, well, that's random, like, Wednesday, but sure. And honestly, they were all so exciting to watch. There were a group of like 12 of us watching all of them together since we couldn't get restreams going for the most part. But
Yep.
yeah, I'm glad that we did end up getting 2 going.
And here we go.
Yep, we are going to be off. We'll see both runners likely to pick up that song off of the prelude check, knowing that it's going to be a song. But we'll see if one of them saves it for later.
I would say there's no reason to save it. If it's a warp song that you can get a song from, you just warp right away. ZL.
Okay, so we kind of started with ZL.
Yeah, look, vanilla, right?
Vanilla.
Totally. But this means we get 2 songs in our trip to Kakariko, and both runners are going to head there, and we're going to see our Foolish. Market. Castle.
Pyro Castle. Domain.
Oh, Valley. Oh, we don't get to see the Valley throwing a plague to these runners today.
No Valley play. Gav running to outside Ganon's, which sets time of day to night. This usually indicates that they are going to be doing River before adult Kakariko.
And it looks like both runners
doing the same.
This is pretty popular. I'm less of a fan of it because if I find scale or irons, I like to go over to adult SFM. But the other side of it is you can get bombs or bomb chews in River, and then you can cascade that to going up the mountain. So we'll go through our medallions here. DC is the gosh, I can't even think of the Kokiri Emerald. Fire is the Goron Ruby. Deku is the Zora Sapphire. Of course, we had the Force Medallion in Pocket. Spirit is the Fire Medallion. Water is the Water. Jabu is the Shadow Medallion. Forest is the Spirit Medallion. And, of course, Shadow is the Light Medallion. So Shadow is pre-completed. Shadow is foolish, and there's nothing in there for us today.
Yeah, and Shadow's a really nice dungeon to be pre-completed. It has a heavy item requirement, and honestly, it's just, it's hard to get into sometimes.
It is, nice, but I love it. I love it so much, though, so it's always sad to see it go.
I just like anytime Shadow is not my forest medallion, I'm fine. I enjoy Shadow, so I don't mind doing it, but it is also nice to have it just...
That was Big Ron crafts bombs. So that's dead.
Yeah, we're not picking that up today. Unless we happen to have claim check in our pocket and are low on bombs.
Skull Kid.
Dead?
I couldn't actually read that. It looked dead, but...
It looks like a dead item name, but we'll get another look from Bro here.
So the one thing I will say is I think because you're going to CAC... Ooh, Goron Tunic. Because you're going to CAC after this, I think it's technically faster to go up the river first and then back down. I could not read that. Dark Link, yeah.
Yep, Smoky and dead. Okay, yep. Loopy on Skull.
Oh, Kid, yeah.
Skull Kid. Yep. It's okay, Skyrius. But yeah, so Deku DC Fire as our stone dungeons is really great because the hint mechanics that we're working with here, we're using path, so it's going to point us to which dungeon certain locations are path to. And those are low requirement dungeons. So it's unlikely that there's going to be as much overlap with Jabu and Forest as we might see in other matches.
Brotinder deciding to skip the Tunic after a couple setup attempts, and Gavaroni just completely decided to skip it. Both these runners are very skilled and can do, 5 heart fire just fine. I personally probably would have grabbed it, but...
Yeah, I wonder if Brot's just not as comfortable with doing that without a shield, maybe?
There's a different setup that is very easy without a shield. So you face the wall that the heart piece is on, and you walk off the edge to the left, and then as you're coming up, you hold Z, and then 2 side hops to the right, side hop to the left, and you just run forward. No shield needed, so... But that's also a trick that doesn't get used very often, so it's one of those tricks that's easy to forget. Fortress to Goma.
Interesting. So Fortress to Goma can ultimately give us a lot of information here. Like, it's very likely that we are going to be looking for a hook shot. Hovers can get us the chest on top there, or a bow and a Pona. All of these will give us information about whether or not there's our horse.
I did not see what's on the top of Windmill, but I'm guessing it's dead.
Yeah, I think it was nothing.
20's dead.
Oh, thanks, Mira.
30 dead.
Alright.
Not a skull seed.
It's not a skull seed, but I would still collect and turn in 10 as soon as possible.
It would depend on items. Obviously, collect as you go for sure. Ooh, strength.
Alright, a strength. That is an item that will always send me up to DC.
It depends. For me, you can do all but the last 3, right? But you can peek the one in the wall. But it's a big commitment for something like that. It just depends. I probably want to see what comes out of Graveyard here. If you get nothing else, like if you got a bow, I definitely would go up, because then you could trigger it into going into adult SFM, right? Oh, and we got another big item in Graveyard.
I mean, you can go adult SFM with just strength in this case.
Yes, you can.
Yeah, DC is a stone. It's required.
Yeah, it's just you're more than likely gonna have to double dip DC is the thing here, and you might just find Bombchu somewhere else and be able to complete it.
Yeah, that's true. It's cost benefit, all of the decisions that we make.
I've definitely done it before, like you. I'm a big fan of songs and allowing movement with that. Right now we have no warp songs, so we'll see what Graveyard gives us. But both runners doing pretty much what's expected. River and Cac here get hints and get all the early checks and songs. I fully expect both runners to just prelude and go child right after this, unless we find something like bombs.
Yeah, I'm curious. Oh. Given that we haven't found a warp song, you can do the composer group torches as child, and so some people end up leaving it for later. I would not in this case.
I would consider it if I had Nocturne, right? Because then you can guarantee getting back real quick.
Right, and we don't.
So I personally value warp songs, because what if you get Bolero, or you get Minuet, or you get Requiem, right? Songs that lead into other songs. It's too valuable, right? Especially for overworld movement. And getting over to Kakariko as child, while it's not that hard, it is time-consuming, right? So...
And both of them opting to go for the song. Maybe the rock wall is Goron's.
Yep, but we're about to see it on Brotinder's side what the song is here, and this could be very important. Bolero. Oh.
Not the best right now. We don't have hovers, we don't have a hook shot, so best we can do is peek throughout the crater.
It does give us another song, though. I was wondering.
Another song.
I was wondering why Brotinder wasn't just immediately playing it, but I forgot they have not checked the windmill yet, so should see Gavaroni play it right away. Yep.
Technolink here, just bringing all the puns out. Choose?
It was hard to see, but it did look like it. Yeah.
And $20.
This is Fire Axis. Oh, and there's Minuet. So, Minuet immediately after, and then followed by probably checking Mido's house.
There's Horse for Broat. And walking out. Serenade there.
OGC is dead. Really, the time difference between these runners right now is Brotinder just tried that trick a couple times and failed, and failed it. So nothing really big here.
Yep.
Stingers was bomb bag.
A bomb bag. Okay. Rank chest being a bomb bag is interesting. Oh, okay.
Dead hand in the well.
Dead hand's a magic meter.
And a small key there. Yep.
The glitchless jump in Upper River, Benji. Alright, this is Broad's last check here in Adult Cac. Ooh, Song of Time.
On Burning Cac, yep.
On Burning Cac.
I expect... Oh, Mido Provido.
Mido.
Got 3.
Down.
Light arrows.
Wait, okay.
Bomb shoes. That's big. If that's a 10-pack... Oh, and letter.
Okay.
I probably might have gone DC here off of that with strength and bomb shoes. You can just beat it, right?
Yeah, so, yeah.
The only concern I would have is if it's a 5-pack, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what's available right now with bomb shoes and letter?
That
Stingers. I don't foresee our runners going for that right now.
This is why I go to DC.
That hook shot.
That hook shot up there. Yeah, that's what I think Gav is doing, is guaranteeing that bomb bag nice and early. You can delay it if you want, but the earlier that you have a set source of explosive, and it is the 5-pack.
Oh. Still enough to beat DC. You only need 3.
Yep, it's enough to beat DC. It's enough to get the bomb bag. The
And
bomb bag
Brotinder's
is
going in.
What?
Brotinder's going into DC.
Yep. Yeah, so ring chest in Jabu is a bomb bag.
I'm a little bit surprised because we have the warps, but I guess he's probably thinking, oh, I can just warp out of here to Bolero, wherever you get stuck.
Yeah, and Brot having that hook shot can get across to get those bomb chews and jump down and do DC. He doesn't know that yet, but we do.
Yep. It's gonna feel a little bit bad. Oh, that was Small-Key and Small-Key. Was that Child Spirit?
No, I think that was Fire. Pierre.
Fire? Oh.
I think.
I'll have to see if chat caught that. I just saw the 2 Small-Keys.
Oh, Brot's timing a little off here.
Yeah, when you have to use the bomb flowers, you have to wait. Ooh, big. Bombs? Nope.
Ooh. Okay. That's a thing.
Well, that's only storms away from being usable.
Yeah.
And logically usable too at that, so. Yeah, Pierre plus hammer chest is what Shinnok's thinking, so.
Okay.
That's a little bit unfortunate because we don't know where the key is yet and we need to do fire, and that's always a little bit scary. Hammer!
Hey. Hammer's nice.
So unless Brotinder gets lucky and gets a bomb chew pet, which we got another big chest here in DC, gets a bomb chew or something, it'll be a double dip. It's not the worst thing. Oh! Okay, Seed. I'll just pull in the God route right now. And that has to be a 10-pack or better as well, because we found the 5-pack. So that is perfect for Brotinder. He's probably pretty happy about that. Considering now we can beat the Donga's Cavern here. Not logically, but, you know, these runners are going to beat it, so...
Yeah, we only care about logic when we start having to, like, backtrack a little bit.
So this turned out really well for Brotinder, being able to do more checks within Death Mountain Crater, maybe do Goron City checks as well, depending on how many you choose. If it's the 20-pack, I don't see why you skip any of that. One thing we forgot to note, it was Saria's song on Epona's.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so we've had a question what we are trying to accomplish in this seed. We are trying to beat the 3 stone dungeons to get access to Ganon's castle, and then the Spirit and Shadow Medallion dungeons to get Ganon's boss key. So today, Deku, DC, Fire, Jabu, and Forest. Ooh.
Calm down, Donga's Cavern.
I would be destroying you in this seed, Majority.
Well,
No,
I would
really.
be going adults right after the child cycle. I missed what the song was. Let's see if we get it. It looks like it's Requiem from the Trackers on Saria, so that's very good.
Yeah. Yep.
I'd be going adult with that hammer and choose afterwards.
Yep.
Yeah,
I mean, there's a strong chance that Gav can actually just go beat Fire after this. We'll have bombs, we'll have hammer, we'll have a way there.
and you see, this is why I would have grabbed that fire tunic, because then you guaranteed could go beat fire. Right now, 4-heart fire is very difficult without a bottle.
Yeah, Gav's gonna be turning in the letter anyway. I don't know that you take the time to get the chicken back up there, but it is an option.
Yeah, and now Gav has 5 hearts, so just fine. Yep. We'll actually see if Gav goes to turn in the letter. I don't know how much they value a bomb bag when they've seen the bomb chew pack in DMC, and because you have a strength, you can just and now you have a bow. So we have Forest logic, which we need to do. We can beat DC out of logic. We can beat Fire now, guaranteed. We're missing K-Sword and Boomerang. And we know where Magic is.
You know, Technolink, Speed is the group rate code for the live event in Herndon, Virginia in November. Everyone should come, it's fun. Frogs 1 dead, I think that was.
That's what it looked like. We're running out of sometimes hints. We're down to 1 sometime hint left.
Amazing.
Yeah, so that was a 10-pack inside of Dodongo's Cavern. So there's either a 10-pack or 20-pack, we think, in Death Mountain Crater on the wall. So I really wouldn't be worrying about bombs at all this seed. The only caveat would be if it's a hard required bomb bag location, like Bomb Shoe Bowling or something, but Market's dead, so...
Market's foolish.
There's only a handful of other hard required bomb bag areas. I think 1 or 2, I'd have to think.
Alright. Just a nut on Ocarina game there. Well, we will see what King Dodongo has for us and what Broat decides to do next, but I think you're right. It's probably Bolero, pick up that song.
And then Minuet, pick up that song. And then check Mido's house.
Yeah, might depend just a little bit. Broat's got 7 chews yet, and honestly going and getting that chew pack across the crater and doing those couple checks on the way.
I agree. That's probably a better play.
Just to
Plus, you can do Goron City. Like, peeking the maze is really easy. You can do that. And
yeah.
Dodongo's Cavern to Volvagia, which is the hammer. Oh, thanks. Thanks, game. But that's really good for... Well, Gav is going to go beat DC anyways.
That's hovers.
Oh, it hovers, sorry. Oh, so that means... Yeah, I forgot what the hammer was for a second. But that means key is early. Right? Because Pierre's a key, so it has to be before Air Room.
Yep. Yeah, it's a little... Fire key logic is a little weird. Like, there's a chance that you can actually get to the top room, but you're still hovers locked because Volvagia and, like, Highest Goron are a key. It's weird.
Yeah.
So, only time will tell.
But, so, you aren't able... The only way your hover's locked is if you're unable to go up to where the hammer is, right? Like Hylia the Baronade. Uh-oh.
That's a good hint.
That's a good hint.
With Valley being hinted foolish, like, Lake is not an appealing place to go.
Well, we do get Serenade, so it's quick.
Alright.
And it's a Zora Tunic.
It's not choose. Disappointing, but fine.
And Gav going out to Spirit, so we're going to see what this song is. Right now, the runners are probably wanting to find Storms, because that gives you a magic.
Yeah.
Which we do need to beat the seed, so... I could not see that.
Kokiri Forest to King Dodongo! So there's a scale somewhere.
So, Kokiri Forest...
For that letter.
We got letter. And it's Nocturne. Well, that's useful for later.
Mm-hmm.
Probably just going to get the hint on Gav's side.
Yeah, so there's that copy of that hint for Broat. Not gonna be picking up the Minuet song, which is an interesting oh, no, okay.
And that was Target in the Woods is dead.
Remember.
Also, chat pointing out that the hinted bomb bag in Stingers might be the logical one. So, that's interesting.
I do believe that is the case.
Looks like it. If I were these runners, yeah, I would pick it up when I go to Jabu, but until then, I'm not rushing it. With the hookshot, Brotinder doesn't have the... Oh wait, Brotinder is the one who got the lake hint, so we could see an adult lake here.
Yeah, I do think Broat should be clearing out Forest, Kokiri Forest, that is. Not Forest Temple, even though we could do some of it.
He doesn't have the bow yet, so he's probably a little hesitant. Considering we have Minuet, it's easy to come back.
Yep. I was just clarifying. Alright, Broad's done with hearts. It's over.
5 is plenty. So, but that was a full one. Like 6 makes fire easy mode.
And what's this? A bow.
Oh, there's the bow. Let's see if he decides to go into forest. Probably, you're right. He's going to push the path, the Kokiri Forest first. Oh, or not. This is a very large amount of items here.
Yeah.
And we're going to get forest. Yep.
Yep. I mean, it makes sense. It does get you to additional checks a little, or hints a little faster after you go through this. You can go get the Deku Tree hints as an adult, but...
Yes,
like,
and then you can go to Midos after forest.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yep. And especially, like... excuse me. The strength and the hook, both fully available in Logic. It's possible that our scale is in here, or that our scale is on 10. It's a good place to be right now with the information Broat has and the items that he's looking for.
It could also be something like scale and lake or something, and that's your path to Jabu, right?
Yeah.
Because we're thinking first logical bomb back there, the scale has to be on the path to Jabu, if that's the case.
Yep.
So it could be something like that, where you go into Jabu to get bombs, and then Boomerang is somehow bomb locked. Like, a lot of items in the seed are locked behind bombs right now, so...
Yeah, Shannock pointing out that the bow is in Logic because of that hammer. Broat doesn't have it, but...
Where was that? Oh, we have a tracker. Where was that hammer again? I'm blanking.
Lon Ranch.
Lon, that's right. Which, yeah, Brotinder's gonna have a longer adult cycle here, but that's one of the first places you go for songs, right? I would hope. But we've seen runners skip it for a long time, so...
Yeah, given what Broat has found throughout the seed, I think it's fine that he's not rushing all of these kind of low sphere things. Broat knows that he's got a child segment ahead of him regardless.
Yep, and progression.
He'll do them eventually. It's just, how many items does he actually have that are useful before then? Because if he can... finish forest here, pick up that letter, and go to lake knowing that, oh, it ends up being on adult lake. Awesome.
Yeah, if you just pull
Jabu in Child 1.
Yeah, you just pull Boomerang and do Jabu Child 1, yeah. Or you might pull K-Sword out of forest, right? We don't know yet, so...
Yeah. Yep. So, we do have a fortress path to Goma, which I would also expect Broat to pick up here before going child.
Yep, I could definitely see that. There is a potential that it is just a slingshot or something leading to it, but... Oh, well, there's a slingshot,
Alright,
so
it's
never mind.
Kokiri's sword.
Or something that leads to it, yeah, so...
Something that leads to it, yep.
That's actually really good for Brotinder. Imagine this: you pull Boomerang out of Adult Lake, and then at the you ride up there to, because Brotinder doesn't have Requiem, as that was a child song.
Yep.
That was on Saria's. You ride up there, and it's either you can get both on top of the fortress, and you can do the horseback archery. You pull K-Sword there, and you just go. Like, then all we're looking for is magic, and we have a hinted magic, so you're basically going, where is Storms? And at this point, Storms is either Ocarina of Time, which, or it's in ice, right? And both are accessible.
Yep.
So, Air Shield.
Okay. We hope we don't need that.
At this point, it's looking like, well, we don't know where Boomerang is yet. It could very well be Scale and Lake. That's a very big possibility right now. But I wouldn't be worried about a bomb bag right now. I would just get it whenever you do Jabu.
Yeah. So, because... let's talk through the Scale thing being Path to Jabu. It might be Path to Jabu, it's just not what's going to be hinted there. Because we had a Kokiri Forest to King Dodongo, and that's our Rudo's letter, that means that getting that bomb bag would also include the ability to pick it up, which would be the Scale in this case.
If that is our first one, yeah.
Yep, because we have a hint prioritization, anything that's on the path to a stone and a medallion will not be hinted for our medallion dungeons. So it should be hard Boomerang or something locking Boomerang.
Yep, and if my just assumption is so much of the seed is bomb locked, right? Or some of it is, right? Bombs lock a lot of checks. It could be very possible that it's just a bomb.
Yep.
A pack of bombs there for Jabu, and then Boomerang, some are bomb locked.
A wallet.
And that makes sense why, you know, we're not getting a tunic path, because we got one upriver, and we got the tunic that's actually upriver, and then you got the bombs. Well, not bombs, the bottle that is in forest here.
Yep.
Yeah, this could be a very fast one, depending on how these hints play out.
Yeah, for sure. Like, it's been really nice for Brot so far. Like, that pack of chews in DC has really made a very clean first half-hour route here.
Yep, I mean, this is great. The only downside is not being able to do fire, but who cares? You can warp Bolero right back. It doesn't take very long, right? So, but the ability to potentially go Deku and Jabu Child 1 that's the dream, and Iron Boots. The seed that keeps on giving.
About this. I was like, oh, what if Brot finds a Scale or, like, irons in here? Does he go back for that tunic?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either, but it was a thought that I had. Doc, welcome in!
Probably just wants to forget about that tunic.
Yeah, I would...
Which, at this point, well, like, Gavaroni has a ton of hearts, 7 now, like, you don't need anything at that point.
Yeah, and that's true. We haven't seen the vanilla Kokiri sword chest. There could just be a bomb bag in there.
There could be. And we don't have Storms yet. Except that Storms is either locked behind Ice, which is locked behind Letter, or it's locked behind Deku, so I guess... Depends. Fire could technically not be bomb locked, right? I mean, it's possible.
Yeah, so. We do know fire is hovers locked, which increases the chance of it being bomb locked. Sorry.
Yeah.
Increases the chance of it, like, not being bomb locked.
Yeah, because we only have the one check, I think that's bomb locked.
Yes.
And you're less likely to have to climb, so you're more likely to get the boss key sooner.
Yeah.
All we know is that it's probably not in the upper maze, so it's something before upper maze and fire is the very big likelihood. And hey, here we go. Lake checks, Adult Lake.
Alright, let's go. Yeah, Nath, I think the hint structure is easier than it sounds. It's just, if you look at that list, anything that overlaps, gone. Deleted. It's keeping track of that while you're playing, that's the hard thing. Because you're thinking of so many other things.
Oh, VXR saying good light medallion, and here I love Shadow. Oh, it breaks my heart.
But,
Shadow's
okay.
like
But,
your
like,
Valley Lake. Like that's what it is to me.
but, like, Deku Light Medallion sucks.
Oh
It's
yeah, it does.
awful.
You know what's
Shadow Light
worse?
Medallion. Oh,
Oh,
our
there's scale.
scale.
Hey, logical bomb bag, yay!
Yep.
That is likely the path. So that lets you turn in letter. But that should also tell us that, well, it doesn't. That just tells you that's how you get to Jabu, and that tells you that our first bomb bag is the Jabu bomb bag right there.
Mm-hmm.
We could find Boomerang still, right? It doesn't have to be.
There has to be something else here.
Yeah. What the worst light medallion is the in pocket, but for an actual dungeon, Dodongo's Cavern. Oh, when you see that, you go, oh, so rude game.
Yeah, the point is the scale can't be what is hinted path to Baronade. That's not how the hint structure works. So even if the scale is also required for rang on letter spot, like Shannik is saying.
Yeah.
The rang is what's hinted.
Oh, well, there it is. Okay.
Everything works as intended.
So it's double path.
Yeah, this is gonna be great for Brot.
And it's great for Gav. Like, Gav is going to be able to do, obviously can do forest now. That he can do fire, so he can actually, in his adult one, do forest and fire, where Bro has to go to Lon Lon, right?
Yeah.
And then Gav still needs to do a second child cycle, so, you know, he did a little bit more checks than Brot will do as child, right? Yeah. If the K-Sword is, which it could very well be, could be just in Fortress, right? It's very likely. We know we have a sling, right? So it's either K-Sword or something that leads directly to it. Yep. And at this point, what do we have left that can potentially lead to it? Long shots.
Like an hour seed.
Not quite that much because fire short actually. Jabu's 10 minutes to go up there and do it. We do have Serenade, so that cuts that down a little bit. Forest is 14 minutes. Fire will be probably anywhere between 4 to probably 7 or 8. Yeah, this is going to be short. Deku, you're going to go mode Deku because who cares, right? You know where magic is, and you know you can get to both songs. So you basically check, you check what's on Song of Time first, and then you go, okay, not here. Go adult and get it in ice, right? Mm-hmm. So that's the only downside is magic here. It might take a little bit having to do Ice Cavern. But you can get blue fire from inside Ganon's castle real quick, and then just skip part of it. That might not actually save you time in this case, though, instead of just going straight up. Mm-hmm. I'd have to think about it, but... Yeah. So here's our fortress play. It's on horseback archery, whatever the item is.
Yeah. So I would say the biggest thing is Brot does need to decide to go to Lon Lon Ranch, but like you were saying earlier, it's a place you know you're going when you go child, in part because Brot is going to be looking for storms.
It's a lot harder to do now, though, because of what you're missing, right? Like, if you say you have Kokiri Sword and Boomerang Rudos, to me, you're just pushing, right? You're pushing past.
Yeah, definitely. Brot's gonna do those first. But I don't see a way that you're not looking for that storms because you know all of your song checks are songs, and you know where a magic is.
Yep. Oh, yeah, I guess you know that. Yeah, it'd be hard to skip a place for storms, could be.
Yeah.
We know that storms is either there, but Brotinder is going, oh, that's a place for storms to be.
Yeah. Yeah. So Gav being able to do Forest and Fire in this adult segment will have an advantage after Deku. Because, like you said, Gav will be child and can pick up the Ocarina of Time check, which is 50-50 storms or suns.
Yep, and then we just need to go to ice if it's not there. So it's a little bit better routing in the end for Gav here, but he's also done more checks as child that Brotinder will hopefully not do, right?
Yeah.
So...
yes, there is. The real Meg technically appears a frame before all of the fake Megs. It's
another
easiest
big
to tell
chest.
which one it is if
Tins. Thanks, game.
if you're looking at the
There it is.
there it
So-
is.
So
If
we're
you're
in no
looking at the
mode.
shadow.
Welcome to 37-minute no mode.
Yeah, that's crazy.
We have a quick
Not
one.
wasting any time going child.
And I may have done fire here, but maybe he's thinking I want the bomb bag because he doesn't have the chew pack from DC, right? So he's probably thinking I want explosives to make fire faster and make Volvagia faster, right? So that makes a lot of sense. And so what we will probably see here is either a Deku play. That's probably what Jabu play first. So
Yeah, makes sense.
really, in the end, you're gonna warp to each one, right? You're gonna serenade to Jabu, and you're gonna minuet to Deku here. So yeah, this seed is it's over, right? But we need to see where Storms is, but it's not a big deal here.
Yeah, this is really like this is going to be a really exciting race. Unfortunately for our runners, it is like a 40-minute go mode.
That's magic. It's on your way, so we don't even need Storms.
Okay, that's worse for Bro. That's bad for Bro.
So well, no, he's going to go that way if he goes to walk to Lake. You know, you'll get your
no incentive to get that hammer.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Oof. The hammer, yeah. That's really bad for Bro.
Yep.
Gav's in go mode, by the way.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm gonna guess 121. Mira.
I have in a practice race we had people do a 114. But not in the actual tourney. But yeah, welcome to go mode.
Yeah. We don't know exactly how deep we have to go into fire. We do still have an entire forest on Gav's side, at least. I'm not saying Gav is the winner here. That's not what I am saying. But I am saying Bro now has a harder path to victory with that magic available and already planning to go to Fortress.
He might still check it first. Just, but that's really hard to do. You just go beat Jabu, right?
Yeah, Talon's chickens, Rich.
So in the end, this is just a little bit of rando, right? We'll see what Brotinderdose decides to do. And Brotinder's here going to get their scale and get their boomerang from Lake and then go up to Fortress, right? And get the Kukiri sword. So going to be in hammer mode, basically, and needing that magic. But both of these runners are going to go through Lake with the skill to go to Jabu. So Brotinder will get that magic.
Yeah, I would say Bro's best chance here is one of these hints being Lon Lon Ranch to Volve.
And there it is! Oh my gosh, we've got a race. We have a race.
I am not actually watching this. The side. That's just it. I was looking, I'm like, fire is a stone. Forest shouldn't have much hintable to it.
So now this is execution.
So
right?
Now it's like, yeah, it's entirely execution.
So with that, Brotinderdose should know, don't check anything on the way. It pretty much should know. I think you still do a couple, but obviously gonna have to get the boomerang here. But after this, you should go, my hammer's in Lon Lon. Or, you know, a song in Lon Lon, like maybe he's thinking maybe it's Storms in there and that leads to it, right? Or something like that. We know there's just hammer there. And with finding that hammer, Brotinderdose should not do anything else in Lon Lon. Say, like, you're in go, right? Mm-hmm. So that's a little bit of benefit.
No scale.
Oh.
Picking this up first.
Shoot.
Could be bad.
I thought he did on top first, but I guess not. Oh no, that kills a lot of time. It's not a well, it is a requirement for the magic.
Yeah, we'll see. Brot doesn't know that it's guaranteed to be Kokiri sword yet. So there's a chance that he does top of lab. But yeah, I would say missing that magic. could be brutal.
Let's see. The decision is here. You do not come back adult. So.
Yep. And
that's the race, pretty much.
Oh.
If you don't get the.
Nope. Yep.
Yeah, that's the race. I think.
I was baited.
So the magics, one is in Rudo's letter spot, and the other is hinted on Dead Hand in the Well, and we do not have storms. So, and yeah, Gav knows he's in go mode because he has all the items. So, yeah, you don't check anything.
Yeah, and imagine like that actually being the difference here. Is just you did top of lab first. So one of the things. I mean, Broat's gonna lose some time doing Jabu because he'll be hiking up the river. There is a chance that it is storms on Ocarina of Time, and that's not going to lose Broat as much time as a scale hunt.
And one of these big chests, like that other big chest that's here in Jabu, could actually be scale, right? So you're gonna see that magic, maybe you get a scale, like second scale.
Yeah.
In here, it could, since it's probably the that's our logical bomb back there in Jabu, right, on Stingers. So it would have to be a scale or a bomb, scale locks bombs. So either bomb locked or scale locked. So it's possible that he just stumbles into it and you don't lose a bunch of time. So it's possible out here still, but.
Yeah. Shannick pointing out, Broat's not going through lake.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Because so he's not even going to see it.
Oh.
Oof. He's probably just playing on storms.
Yep. Just waited for time of day for a little bit there. So he can do horseback archery, which we know that's where our Kokiri sword is. Bomb locked, scale locked, bombs locked. Yeah,
and I fully expect Broat to skip GTG. You've got too many dungeons. You're going to be able to beat Deku Fire and Jabu here.
Yeah.
And just be in magic mode. So you just do progression.
Exactly.
Unfortunately, unless we find a scale along the way somewhere, which I'm trying to see how we do that except the Jabu, right? Because Deku isn't scale locked. I guess Fire could be potentially bomb locked and maybe something's in there.
Yeah.
It's really hard to see us finding one.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard knowing that Go mode was along the way, but Broat is a forest temple ahead, minus a Jabu, so about 7 to 8 minutes. That is enough time to get storms and get into bottom of the well with the warps that we have.
Yep, DC plus forest is a lot of time here, so.
Yeah, but that is the only way that I see Broat having enough time to recover from missing that scale, which I hate saying at 45 minutes in. It's just Gav's in go mode, and it's a tough one. If Storms is in ice, there's not enough time.
I don't know if Gav has enough chews. That he's not going to open the big chest inside of Dodongo's cavern. In fact, so I know Gav has like one chew. He could potentially buy some in Night Shop if it is nighttime. I don't think it will be though after beating Jabu or Deku.
Yeah, it'll set time of day.
I don't think DC's going to be that fast. I thought he was down to 1, but we'll pay attention to the inventory and try and see what Gav has.
Yeah.
Fire is going to be fast because we know its hover's locked, so that's not a big deal. And there's Brotinder getting the K-sword.
Yep. And Gab doing box skip here. Missing that platform on purpose for anyone who hasn't seen it before, and very nicely done.
And Brotinder's going child, that's what we expected.
Shook.
So this is still potentially a race. If it is Storms on OOT, it is very much a race. This is still Brotinder got to skip a lot of child checks here, depending on the route they choose here, where Gav cleared a bunch of child.
Yeah. Broat should do Lon Lon Ranch first, but maybe not.
Oh, Child Lake and going to see it, but we don't have a scale. So
This is just the fastest way to ranch.
Yes, it is. You're correct.
It also means Bro's going to be doing at least the song check.
Yeah, definitely looking for storms.
Yep.
Yeah, taking the owl to bridge is the fastest way to bridge.
All right, and that is Baronade gone for Gav.
We'll see Brotinder's choices here, but if he's skipping checks, he is hard committing to the finding storms. And I think that's a good play with the information he has, right?
Yeah.
So what we should see here is Brotinder's going to check this, get the hammer and go, well, there's my path, and then go check the song, and then probably immediately play Minuet from after getting the opponent's check, and then go to Deku, would be my guess. Checking the song there on the way to Deku.
Yeah, I feel like you peek the silo since you know you can warp out anyway, but I mean, I won't be surprised either way if he does it.
I think in his mind, it's find storms and go get the magic in bottom wall, because he's in go mode, right? Essentially with that magic, right? Mm-hmm. We have to get storms to complete it for this route, but it is, in his mind, he's like, I know where magic is. The only checks he should be doing are the song checks and I guess checks in dungeons, right? So yeah, we're muggle mode for Brotinder right now, but we know where it is, so.
Collecting money.
And yep, playing it right away. Not a surprise. And this will be Requiem for Brotinder here. I foresee him just going to Deku and then playing Requiem after Deku to get that song check. Yeah. And then playing you get Nocturne out there, playing Nocturne and going upriver that way to Jabu. Where Gav is buying a shield finally for Adult, and looks like he's going to be walking over to Deku.
Yeah.
Kiri's sword is on the horseback archery.
I'm curious if Gav has realized he's in go mode.
He skipped big checks in Jabu, so he knows it. Where is he going?
I don't know. I mean, Adult makes sense. Forest and Fire are fully available.
And Dodongos, right? Farming for Choose, maybe.
He was farming for Choose. He would have had to have Night Market because we don't have a wallet on that side yet.
Right, but he is probably going Adult, and he'll set it to Night, and then go back Child for it, and then go beat Deku.
Yeah.
So we would see him run out to. He bought a shield, Nate, already. So he just bought a shield and that dropped his money down. So we're probably going to see him go outside Ganon's castle, immediately go back Child, buy the bomb shoes, go beat Deku, go back Adults, and then beat his 3 Adult dungeons.
Yeah.
So we're still a good, 40 minutes out. We've been in... Oh, long shot for Brotinder. Of course, we don't need it, but...
So the only thing that can hurt Brot here is in doing Deku first, which makes total sense given the warps that we have and the items that Brot has. If a scale were in here,
he hasn't checked it, so like Chat was saying, there's no reason for him to ever do Child Lake. He's just going for the song. I think he opened that in case it was something like Magic 2, right? So he's probably going to open big chests along the way just in case, oh, did I get magic randomly? Right? But we know that's not the case. So yeah, I think even with a scale would save him.
Before Jabu, you go Lake.
Well, we know it can't be in here because of where the slingshot and the K-sword are and the items that lead to it. The scale has to be either scale locked or... well, it doesn't have to be, I guess. That's just your only way to get into...
Right.
To get your bomb bag, so...
Yeah.
I guess it could be here, yeah.
Yeah,
It's just
the
very
thing is,
unlikely.
we do not know that scale is path
No,
to
we do.
Doggo. We only know that the letter is.
We do know the scale is potentially path to Jabu. You have to have a scale to get Bomb Bag in this seed. So
Yes.
a scale is a requirement to do Jabu.
But
So it
it's
is on the path to
potentially-
Jabu.
Yeah, that's the thing, though. It is potentially. Blake was hinted for Baronade, so we have no information on whether or not the scale is path or not.
Right.
We only know.
What I'm saying from Brotinder's side, he's gonna open big chest in case it's magic, right? The second magic. And that saves you a bunch of time. We know where it's at, so we know that isn't gonna pay off. But in his mind, he now knows, well, he doesn't yet, he's gonna warp to Requiem. He has 3 spots for songs right now. Requiem, OOT, and Serenade, right? Song checks. And Ice on OOT, and then right now you're going to see him warp Requiem and check it. So in his mind, he's going, I'm going to try and get Storms and just get it, right?
Yeah, I'm not
Makes a lot of
disagreeing
sense.
with anything you're saying. I am just saying a scale could have been in here, and it would have helped him. That's all I was saying.
Yeah, I just don't think we're going to... I think its scale is going to end up being locked. It feels like that's going to be your path. But could be one anywhere technically, but I'm feeling the seed. I guess I'm questioning how much it's worth trying to search for that, right, to help you out, because he doesn't know the magic is there, right?
No, I'm not saying he's searching for a scale. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying it makes sense that he's opening big chests. I agree with you there. I totally agree that, like, he's just gonna play Nocturne here, go up river. And I agree that a scale is required to get into Jabu. It's just that we have no indication if that scale is path or not. We have nothing that tells us that's the case.
Yeah, Owl's faster. I didn't think about that earlier. I agree. We're just down to a few checks that aren't bomb locked, right? That are available in the seed, so it's just unlikely. Sorry, I mixed your conversation with chats too.
Yeah, I would say most of GTG is available.
Yeah. Song of Times and Logic, yeah, most of it is.
Yeah, Gavs and Go shouldn't need to open chests.
Yep, Gabs and Go mode.
Yep, only key chest from here for Gav.
Yeah, it's a waste of time for Gab. Brotender still has the incentive to maybe pulling the magic, but we know that's not the case.
Yep.
And now there's...
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, you're fine, sorry. There's no way that Brotender's going to Childlike anytime this seed, so... And some of that lead Brotender had, from not doing all these child checks that Gav did, is getting burnt away with, going upriver here. But there's still a lot of potential, like you said. If it just storms on OOT, just run right over and go in the well, right? And it doesn't take very long to do Dead Hand. So this is still close.
The H change is gonna suck for Brot, but we'll have a pretty good indication after Brot's done with Jabu about how much time he has. Because we can estimate how long it'll take Gav to finish Forest, unless Gav goes Fire first, and then we're kind of at a loss. But we know about how long it takes to do DC. We know about how long it takes to do Forest.
And we got Warp, so this really helps you to get between these places. Bro Turner actually picked up the Goron tunic this time, going up his child, so...
Let's go, Bro.
Not gonna have any trouble with fire there. So the order of the Dead Hand items was Small Key Magic. I think it's beating Dead Hand. I don't know what the order actually is.
It should be Dead Hand, yeah.
I think it's Dead Hand then. So this is not all dungeons. In these settings, you have to get the 3 spiritual stones in order to unlock Ganon's castle, and then we need to get the shadow and spirit medallions in order to get the boss key for Ganon. So in this case, we need to beat DC, Deku, Fire, and then Forest and Jabu. For anyone joining, we're in Go mode. Brotinder is currently missing the magic, which there are 2. One is hinted Dead Hand in the Well, and we think it's on Dead Hand. The other one is actually Child Lake in the Rudo's letter spot. And the scale that we know of, we don't know where the second scale is on top of the lab in Adult Lake, which Brotinder unfortunately went and did the fishing first and got the boomerang there, and so decided to skip on top of the lab. So in Brotinder's mind, it's find storms, which now he knows is either OOT or an ice. And in Gav's mind, well, Gav's in Go mode, so I think he'll grab a fairy here, maybe, or just... And as Shinnok is pointing out, scale probably wouldn't help Brotinder at this point because there's no reason to go to Child Lake.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it was only before heading to Jabu that a scale would have helped. And a small key here.
Bonk. This will be interesting. Gav has not done Forest, and that's 13-14 minutes, depending on execution, right? You do save a little bit by not opening big chests, and there were quite a few big chests inside of Forest, right? So that's a couple checks to skip.
Yeah, and
DC...
there's some feats that save you time here and there.
Yep, and DC, Gav bought Choose, right? So that will be really quick. And Gav has magic for Fiora's Wind. I don't know if that actually helps you at all. Oh, it doesn't Forest. Yeah, you're right. So you save a little bit of time based on routing in Forest with Fiora's over Brotinder's Forest. Yeah, that's about the only spot Fiora's Wind is going to help you, though, in the remainder of the seed for Gav. It's not going to help you at all Fire here, because as soon as we find boss key, we're going through.
Yeah, you do have the option to set your furores, like, in the boss room, but I don't know that it saves you enough time to really make a difference between save quitting.
Even on VC, I don't know if it makes that much of a difference. Oh, the Goron sword. Save 30 minutes there for Brotinder. Perfect.
There we go. That's all he needed.
Yeah, with Forest already done, I mean, it really doesn't save you that much time on Fire, right?
Yeah.
And oh, well, there's the boss key. So Fire is very quick.
Yeah, super early.
It's another big chest. There's 3 in Jabu. Jeez.
Wow, calm down, Jabu. Is this also a meme item?
Slingshot!
Throats first.
Yeah, Jabu was loaded, DC was loaded, Forest was loaded. Everything was loaded. Deku had 2 items, I believe, as well, or 3. So, I know we got Longshot in there and something else.
Yeah,
oh, Midos had 3.
Yeah.
Midos had 3 big chests. So, this is a very quick seed. There's not much logic to talk about here. And it's really just come down to how you did your order of operations that really impacted Gav getting magic here and Brotinder not. But this race is not over yet. I would say this is the bomb bag. That's hinted,
this is the bomb bag. That's right.
I would say it's probably race over if it storms inside of ice. I think at that point that's too much time. But I think we'll have a tight race if this is actually OOT has storms.
Yeah.
We did not find the hint for OOT, so.
Yep. Yep. It is not one of our sometimes hints today.
But yeah, we are still just shy of 30 minutes out, probably, on Gav's side. Has 14 minutes for Forest, 6 for Ganon's Castle Climb, and then I would say, what do we have? Just Dodongos. I'd probably say like 4 for DC, because you have to actually get over there and beat it and go through the cutscene. I guess with Choose it might be like 3. The actual boss fight in Dodongos takes some time. And then you gotta warp over. So I'm probably saying like probably a 128-ish for Gav would be a good guess here.
Yeah.
Obviously execution matters, and the faster you go, the better. But that's a conservative estimate, like 128 to 130 is what I would guess.
Yeah.
And for Brotinder, what we have left is half of Jabu here, which is about another 4 minutes here, right? Fire, which we know is only about 3 minutes, 4 minutes, something like that.
Yeah.
I didn't actually track it. And then hopefully finding magic. Hoping it's storms.
Yeah, Brot will have an age change there, but with having Prelude and Serenade, picking up that song's gonna be real quick. Nocturne to get over there real quick. If it is storms, I think Brot might just have enough of an advantage having done Forest already.
And skipping a bunch of child stuff, yeah. Gav is going to DC. This is the fastest way, yeah.
Yep, this is the best way here.
And then you warp with Minuet to Forest.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be close, but you're right. If it is storms there, you're just you have to lower the water in bottom of the well, but it really doesn't take much time to get back to those checks, so...
Yeah. And you just Prelude right out of there. And if it's not Dead Hand, if it is actually the invisible chest that's magic...
That's even faster, yeah.
That's even faster.
Now, if it is ice, we'll have to see after Brotinder finishes fire, right, what the timing is, but there's a chance. I think it's too long still, but... You get to skip all the rest of ice, right? Yep. So you only need to get the 1 blue fire and go through. It's the invisible chest is what Nath is saying from checking notes. So
okay,
that's quick. It's it still takes a little bit of time, probably 2 minutes to go get it, right? You got to play Storms, you got to play ZL, and then you got to go in there and get it. But that's not a big time commitment.
Yep.
So if you're praying for Brotinder to win, you're hoping Storms is on OOT here, and we're past the 1 hour mark, so if you want to give shout-outs here, real quick, as we're doing dungeons we've already seen.
Alright. Little dual boss fight here.
So yeah, shout-outs to the runners, Gav and Brotinder, for letting us see this. Yeah, we're getting the thanks in
do that.
You're fine. They just started going in chat. And of course, thanks to our trackers, Nath and Shinnok, and of course, Mira for helping out with the note sheet and all that. And then, of course, thanks for being with me on this short seed, Mel.
Thanks, Majarkin. This is it's always interesting to watch a shorter seed and seeing, like, what made the difference between both runners in the end. And I mean, in this case, we are talking maybe 2 minutes difference at the end, even if Brot has to go get the song in ice.
Yep, 2 or 3 minutes, like a very short amount of time, right?
Yeah.
And what's interesting here is neither runner has made a bad decision. It's just how their decisions rolled out changed what items they ran into, right?
Yeah.
If Brotinder just did the lake house first, right?
Yep.
Instead of doing fishing first, we would be saying Brotinder has the lead, like in winning, right? Because Brotinder would have used Serenade to go to Jabu, which saves time over going up river too, found the magic, and be in go mode as well, and get to skip all these big chests along the way. So it's just little decisions like that, and deciding to skip it. It makes like, it's not a bad decision. You have a hinted magic, right? And the routing, like going to DC, it heavily paid off. That's what gave Brotinder the lead, right? So Gav's entering force at an hour and 7 minutes, a couple seconds after, but so we'll see how long it takes in here. But that was a very quick DC. So this really puts, I put Gav like 20 minutes out here, right? So the clock is ticking for Brotinder to find. So we cannot check OOT yet. Brotinder has to beat Fire first, but Fire, it's in the Hammerlock early
fast.
Fire, so we should be seeing an OOT check by Brotinder in the next like 4 or 5 minutes, something like that. And he has Tunic, so it doesn't have to worry about getting a fairy here at all. And yeah, Gav gonna make use of Pharaoh's Wind and save a little bit of time in Forest, as he's already got it set up there. He's probably hoping for a second key, because that will let you do like the full saving with Feora's, but
Yep.
I was not paying attention to exactly where keys were in there. We had a bunch of big chests on both sides. We had a flurry of items in the seed. What was it? Like sub 39 go mode for Gav or something like that?
Yeah. It was definitely sub 40 minutes, and it could have been sub 40 for Brot too. Just the difference that we're seeing here is entirely doing top of lab first. Gav came from field. Brot came from Serenade Warp. Brot got a little bit of a payout checking back of Lake Hints, which told him where his hammer was. But unfortunately, it made for a different order of picking up items that led to Brot missing magic in Lake.
But luckily, the race is still on. We do have a hinted magic on Dead Hand in the Well, and we are down to 2 song locations, either Ocarina of Time or in Ice. So this is still a close race, as Brotinder is doing their last dungeon here. Well, both runners are doing their last dungeon, but Fire is significantly shorter, as here is the boss key, and Gav still has a good 10 minutes in Forest. So
Brot has enough time to, at minimum, get storms.
Brotinder has about like 8 minutes right now to go and get storms, right?
And
so
pick up magic, yep.
Yep.
Oh my God.
Jimbo saying
Big. You want me to say it slower, Jimbo? Big. I am from the Midwest, and I say bag, bag. Do not say bag. Ugh.
See, you pick up some groceries and put them in some paper bags.
I put them in bags. Yep.
Brotinder going into the Volvagia fight here, and it should be fairly straightforward and quick with the Bigoron sword here. That is the other advantage Brotinder has. It will make the climb a little bit more consistent. Then again, he didn't change to it here, so not going to really save any time on Volvagia, but you don't really with it anyways. Oh, almost missing that cycle. It was close.
We got there, though.
Getting clawed in the shield, getting blocked there. If you got hit there, you get knocked down, you'll actually miss that, so
yeah,
got a little bit lucky there. Yeah. Especially when you get the troll rova, right?
Yeah.
Troll hole.
Yeah. So, yes, Isis. If Storms is on OOT, this is extremely close. Even if it's in Ice, it's still going to be very close. Brot has enough of an advantage time-wise right now.
Yeah, so I agree with chat. Brotinder wins if Storms is on OOT by like 3 to 4 minutes, and Brotinder loses by 3 or 4 minutes if it's in ice. That's pretty much where this race is. And Gav, unfortunately, had to do courtyard and everything, so not really saving much time in forest, right? And now you have to go through every other check and kill the pose, so...
Yep.
Not really saving too much time, unfortunately, here.
Yeah.
But Brotinder had to use more time, right? Opened all those big chests, Gav gets to skip them all, so... there's time save over what Brotinder had to do, so...
Yep. If I were Brot, I would make sure to save here as adult and just scum the child segment away if it's not on Ocarina of Time.
Yep, and I
Bro?
mean we're getting down to like 15 minutes to go or so. I mean it might be a little more. I said like 28, I think, for Gav. So, and Brotinder, if Storms is right there, it's only a couple minutes to get magic there, and then egg change back. So we're about to see, or do we have an adventure to ice?
I mean, even ice, you don't have to KZ skip, so you're not wasting any time. You're just walking in. You've got Bolero. Brody even has long shot to make the trek up a little faster, even.
Yep, and then you get to skip the side room, right? You just need the blue fire to go up, so you get to skip all that.
Yeah, when he started doing his Ganon's equips, I thought maybe he was gonna go pick up blue fire.
I honestly think that it would probably end up wasting time. Oh, I guess you could set Pharaoh's Wind. I guess you could set Pharaoh's Wind. Yeah.
Alright, is this Storms?
It's the moment of truth.
Oh, it's
Nuns.
an ice. Bro, did you save?
So probably what he did, because he knew he would have to go back age change, he probably saved as adult, so you don't want to keep, you don't care about sons, right?
Yeah, no, I mean, that's what I had said. If I were Brode, I would save as adult, so you could scum the child segment.
Oh, you're just making sure he did. Yeah, that would have been really bad.
I was just like, but did he?
That would be really bad. That would be game losing right there.
Alright, this is going to be tight, folks.
So we have back half of Forest. So there's still 3 pose to kill, plus Phantom Ganon, so there's quite a few minutes left on Gav's side. I would think it's about 7 minutes to 7 to 8, depending on execution rate, until Forest is done, and that's what Brotinder has to do here for Ice. So there might be enough time for Brotinder. It's so close, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that extra time of having to go into bottom of the well might be what kills it, but ice play, if you're just going into ice for the song, is actually pretty quick, so
yeah,
this could be neck and neck. It could be less than a minute or two here.
Yeah, this is the kind of race that you're really excited about. You hate seeing it come down to something as silly as one of them did Lake in a different order. But that is how randos.
Yep. I mean, it's not over yet. This is still a close race, so
yeah.
And I like Brotinder's decision. Just hard push for this magic, right? You know where it's at, and it makes sense, right? You're not going to explore for it, so this is very correct. Like the best play you could do with the knowledge Brotinder has. We just know that the other magic was on the way, and it's just so unfortunate because I think Brotinder. Well, just look right now. Done with all dungeons at 115-ish, right? Or 114 even?
Yeah.
You'd be going in, that'd be a 120, right?
Yeah. Brot would have won this hands down if he had that scale.
And actually, it would be even better than that because you're not going up river, right? So you save like a minute by going through lake instead, so...
Yeah, so as it is, I would give Gav the advantage. I don't think, but I do think that it's going to be, Brot will be in climb.
It's all execution based. It's all execution.
Already on green toe.
Yeah, Phantom Ganon does take a while, though. You gotta do the push stuff and everything, so... But yeah, as chat's saying, if Magic wasn't on the way for Gav, this was 100% Brotinder's game.
Yep.
So... That
cool.
that little bit of order operations and deciding to skip it, right? Which I don't blame him for skipping that roof when you found Boomerang.
No,
like, I think it's a good decision.
Like, the odds of that having been a scale that got you a magic on your way to Jabu, pretty low.
Or the other magic or anything, yeah.
Gav, but it'll still, yeah, be just a couple minutes difference between these two, all said and done.
Yep, so Gab doing the green Poe here. One more Poe to go and push block. I mean, we're still like 3 or 4 minutes out for Forest. Like, it takes a while. And there's the one piece of blue fire for Brotinder. I haven't actually watched them do the second silver rupee room and ice, so we might get to see some of the cool like hovers tricks too. I know some of the really top runners are very good at those, because they do save quite a bit of time. So I don't actually know what Brotinder prefers to do here. With bombs, you can easily do ground jumps, but they're way more consistent.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, in a race like this, I don't think you try to be too pretty about it. Like, at this point in a race, you're probably thinking... You're thinking of every single execution mistake that you've made along the way.
Yep, so being consistent.
And it is in none of the places that Bro is thinking about.
Yeah, really, both of these runners showing off pretty good execution. I haven't seen any big mistakes. I mean, Brotinder is probably thinking about that minute he spent trying to get the Goron Tunic at the very beginning as the biggest thing, you know, haunting you. But really, in the grand scheme of things, there haven't been anything else. Like, that's the only big thing I think I've seen, and it really wasn't that big, so...
Yep, and it's just one of those, like, that is probably the only thing he's thinking about right now. Expecting Gav to done at any second.
Or also thinking, like, why couldn't Storms just be on OOT and I'd be done by now? Also.
Certainly.
More like 25 seconds, yeah, not even that, so... But yeah, Brotinder's opening route was... it's the God route, right? If you do the house on lab, you know, on top of the lake house, and then it's God route, right? Like,
yep.
I don't see how you can get much faster than what Brotinder did. It's just unfortunate order of operations, and it's not even wrong to do what he did, because he actually came from hints, and that hint saved him with hammer. So,
yep.
This is close.
Yeah.
So we got Storms now.
Bro's got
and Phantom Ganon.
2.5 minutes in the well, maybe, getting there, opening it, draining the water, getting to the magic chest.
Yeah, this is if Gav doesn't mess up, it's his game, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Even falling on Ganondorf is not enough here, right? You would have to have a terrible Ganon, and Gav wouldn't be in this spot if he made mistakes like that often, so...
Yep. Yeah, and I mean, there's a chance. I mean, a death to an Iron Knuckle... A death to an Iron Knuckle wouldn't quite make up the time difference that we're seeing, but it'd be close, honestly.
Yeah, because you would have to climb back up. That would put it very close, but...
Yeah. Like you said, a fall to Ganon's not going to make that time difference, but that could do it. We're not hoping for that. I don't want the runners to die to Iron Knuckles or things like that.
So Gav is basically on a 6-minute timer, or around 6 minutes from leaving Temple of Time. That's a pretty good average.
Yep.
And Brotinder...
little time on climb with Big Goron Sword, but It's not going to be enough at this point.
Nope. This is really the difference is the bottom of the well here, right? This time, like, and having to go to ice. I mean, Brotinder did so much here. And just that magic on the way.
If that had been storms on OOT, Brot would have been done.
Yeah.
Already.
He checked Ocarina of Time at 115, or like 114 to 115, so he would have been done by now, yeah.
Yep. Yeah, this has been a great match.
I'm sad to see it be such a quick one, though. I wanted to watch these guys for a while. This was my entertainment for the night.
Right. You're like, oh.
You know, I wanted to see him execute a bunch of different stuff. It's always fun watching these runners.
Yep.
It is cool to see a jet seed. Like, this is the very definition of a jet, so...
Yeah. Ooh. I would love that sponge. Oh, bro, no. Not like this.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Sponge over here is saying whoever beats Gav in brackets gets a pizza on Gav.
Alright. There's magic for Brot.
Yep,
Gonna be a few rooms behind in Climb, and that is when it feels the worst to see your opponent dot done. But I would say we now know a death to Iron Knuckles would actually make the difference here.
It would be very, very close. We're looking at 2.5 minutes difference right now, but Brotinder will make some of that up with Big Ron, right? 2.5, 3, so...
Oh!
Oh no, he did
Fairy.
die.
We
oh
have
no.
a fairy. We have a fairy.
Okay, okay.
It's fine.
Commentator's curse.
No, I was pretty sure they both had fairies, actually, but, like... Ugh. Then it happened, and I was like, no, that didn't just happen, right? Surely. Oh god, Gav. Okay. We're fine. We're fine. My heart just, like, sank for a couple seconds when Gav died.
I think Brotinder will probably just be starting Ganondorf when Gav finishes, somewhere around there.
Yep. Yeah, Climb will be a little faster for Brot.
A much easier Iron Knuckle fight as well.
Much easier Iron Knuckle fight, but also only 3.5 hearts.
Yep, so one hit, and they're well, they do have a fairy, according to our trackers, so...
Yep.
But it is only, it's half the hits here with Big Ron, so that helps a lot.
Yeah.
Especially on Ganondorf as well.
Yeah, and I mean, Gav took most of the damage, actually, to the Stalfos in the room before.
Yeah, and
giving
then...
him a little too much trouble.
And then just being one-hittable, being under 4 hearts, yeah.
Easy. Alright, little tennis match. Deflect.
Well, we get the one cycle. This is pretty difficult with Master Sword.
Saved it, I think. Yep.
Yep, very good. Both these runners, very good. Both previous top 64s. You know, Gav being the #1 seed. Brotinder being, was it? I'd have to go look. A top 16 seed, I thought, here for the race, so for the online tournament.
Yeah, I don't remember, unfortunately.
I'm pulling it up. It was 16, so...
I know there's a sheet with all of this information for us, but I don't remember where to find it. So.
Yep, and the winner of this, which, unless Gav makes a big mistake, it's looking to be Gav, will face the winner of the Alexis Drunus, which happened earlier today. We're not going to spoil the winners for those who have not seen it, but that's who they will go up against, and Alexis and Drew played earlier today, so I don't think that was restreamed, so go watch their VODs if you want to see that result. but that will be their opponent.
Alright, looks like we're actually going to be a Ganon fight apart.
Just shows how much time that big on sword made up.
I know. Right? It's not 30 minutes certainly, but it could have made the difference if Gav didn't have that fairy. Oh, there we go. All right.
Yep. Get ready to get your
GGs in chat. Sorry?
Sorry. No, me sorry.
How is Gav in chat? Aw, Zabi. So we are actually on a 15-minute delay. Our runners finished up 15 minutes ago. Welcome in, Gav. GG's. This race, amazingly close.
Yep.
If you have any thoughts you want to share, Gav, looks like you're not joining us for an interview, but if you have thoughts you want to pop in chat, always appreciated.
Hello.
Oh, you are here. Hi.
GG's, Gav.
GG's.
Congrats on getting to round 3.
Yeah, congrats. Bro, welcome in. GG's.
Yo, GG's.
GG, bro. You deserved it, I'm sorry.
Nah, it's fine. I mean, it's a jet lead, so...
Yeah, so you both have had enough time, I'm sure, to discuss the differences in your magics.
Indeed. That's a bit tragic, if I do say so myself. What are you gonna do now? I get paid off for probably checking the checks in the wrong order on average, I guess.
Hey, honestly, that's rando though. You played a really great seed. Bro did get lucky with some chews in Dodongo's Cavern, which he decided to dip early, which is where, like, you got a pretty big advantage at the start, of course. And then, yeah, we saw that scale. We're like, okay, we were expecting a scale, saw the boomerang, and then that magic just being on the way set you up really nice for the end game, Gav.
Yeah, I had just, like, I used the Linso tracker or whatever, and there's a little go mode button. And, like, as I was swimming, I had clicked it because I was like, well, I can guaranteed get the magic in well. And then I just swim up to the magic. I'm like, alright, that maybe looks a little suspect, I guess, but...
Nah, certainly not. I mean, we were half expecting Bro to skip past any and all chests, knowing that there was a magic in bottom of the well. After finding Kokiri Sword, I think was your last item.
Yeah, my hammer was my no mode at this point. So I got the back of Lakehind with Volvagia in the ranch. And I was like, okay, I need 3 items, 4, and I have 4 hints for this, so let's rush that. Maybe I'm lucky.
Yeah, so I was actually saying that as we were watching you go there. I'm like, I don't know. I mean, what's really going to help Brot here, who otherwise has no incentive to really go to Lon Lon Ranch, is a Lon Lon Ranch to Volvagia, but you did still need storms at that point, so you probably would have headed there anyway, right?
Yeah, right. I was just hoping that at least at the ending, Storms is on OOT, but yeah, it wasn't nice.
Yeah. Yeah,
just
OOT,
a couple...
you probably win.
Yeah, he was done at about like 115 or something.
Yeah, I got the Baronade. I guess the chews are actually way bit stronger than I thought. So you went into DC with just strength, I suppose, right? And then got cheese in there. And then you went straight up the mountain from there, I imagine. So you had the Morpha hint, or the Baronade hint really early, whereas I didn't get it. That was essentially my go mode, was the Baronade hint.
Yeah, I mean, straight after this year, I decided to check the Bolero, I guess, and got Minaret somewhere, played Minaret, get the bow out of Lost Woods, and headed into Forest. So
Yeah, that actually routes really nicely well.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you lose the little bit of time of doing strength. How early were the chews in DC? Like right away, or
Second check.
yeah, so
Yeah.
you don't even really
I think.
lose much time from having you strength. But well, I guess that's kind of all the time you would lose is the 3-4 explosions. So. I got to go mode every single dungeon. I don't think I've ever done that before. That was like playing Dungeon Rush.
Oh yeah, you did.
Yeah, I was go mode without entering a dungeon.
Let's go.
You didn't even dip into DC?
Nope.
For some reason, I thought you had.
Nope.
Oh, that's so funny.
No, I think I actually won this race because I bought shoes from the bomb shoe shop. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, we saw you farming money, and I was like, Gav knows he's in go mode. What's the money for? And we're like, you don't have a wallet to buy shoes. You didn't like have time of day to get them in market. And then Majarkin was like, I bet Gav goes adult, sets time of day, buys them in the shop.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't
that
know how
probably
much
saved
time
you
it
2
saves, but
minutes.
It's got to be close to 2 minutes. Yeah. I'd have to time it myself someday, but
Maybe it's less than that if you're skipping all the checks, like in go mode. But like if you're doing all the checks, it's definitely at least 2 minutes.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
mean, looking at the time difference here, you needed that 2 minutes.
right, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, it might have actually made the difference because otherwise I have to go all the way through DC, right? I mean,
Right, yeah.
DC's pretty quick, so I don't know if it's 2 minutes, but it's probably close.
Mm-hmm.
I fucking dude, I was struggling to see to get the shield, man. I go to get the shield, it turns nighttime. I'm like, no, man, what am I doing?
There was Mirror Shield in Forest. We saw
Right,
Broke
yeah.
pick that up.
I mean, I probably skipped fucking 20 big chests in my. They were everywhere. Every dungeon just had big chests in every check. And I'm just
Yeah.
like, one of these has the big Goron sword, and I'm losing. I'm losing 18 minutes because I didn't pick it up.
It was in Jabu.
Oh, that's
The
the
one you- the one you
check I
skipped.
considered checking. Yeah, the first one. Yeah.
The compass chest or whatever had a slingshot as well, so there are 3 big chests in Jabu as well.
Yeah, I almost checked that one on the off chance that it had Din's Fire actually to save time in Deku, but I decided not to.
We found that somewhere. I forget where you found it, Brotinder, but yeah, we found Din's as well. So
It's so weird looking at the restream and looking at our trackers. Bro just literally has every item in the game, and I have nothing. I actually have nothing.
Oh yeah, Forest Basement. Ugh.
I don't even have the long shot. That's a mistrack.
Oh, that's right. Yep.
yep, it's
Yep.
in Deku. Yeah.
Yeah, both checks I saw in Deku were big chests.
Yeah, I mean, really, the game came down to just the order of those checks in Lake, and if you do them the other way, you get magic on the way, and that was it.
Yeah.
And it wasn't an improper decision at all. You know, I would have left after Boomerang with what you had, and you knew where a magic was. So
No, yeah, if you do the fishing first, obviously you're leaving. I mean, let's hop on the horse, go get your sword, or reverse and get your sword, whatever you fancy, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, not much to say anymore, I guess. Thanks for the race. Thanks for the restream. Good luck on your climbing, Gav.
Thanks. I got my
Yeah.
revenge from the season tournament.
Let's go.
I think you knocked me out, right? I'm pretty sure you did.
Well, GG's, bro. Sorry to see you go.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
But GG's, Gav. You will be moving on, which I think puts us in the money round for you.
That's what Sponge said. Yeah, I was just talking to him. I thought it was top 4, but it sounds like it is indeed top 8. So
Nice. Well, congrats on that, however that shakes out.
well, thanks.
Your opponent, I believe, is known, but we are not spoiling it quite yet.
Oh, wow,
because
really?
it was just earlier today.
the winner between Drunus and Alexis, so you can go find out who it is, but we're not going to spoil it.
I know who it is. It's another. We played each other in the season tournament as well. It's half.
Lots of rematches. Yeah, there's a lot of hype races.
Yeah, it's a stack tournament. All the races are hype.
Yep.
I think
absolutely.
tomorrow is Rock Chalk versus What the Hell Happened, right? I believe.
Yes.
Oh, my
Tomorrow
boy.
evening. I think it's our only race on the schedule for now.
Here, I'll pull it up. So, yes, tomorrow at 8:45 p.m. Eastern, Rock Chalk versus What the Hell Happened, and it looks like we have enough people signed up. So, as long as SGL has a room on one of their myriad of channels, we should get that going. And then on Friday we have Alfalfa versus Alpha. It looks like we're a tracker away from that going as well. That's at 1:15 p.m. Eastern. And then also on Friday, Earl versus myself. That probably won't be restreamed by what we're seeing here, but that's at 2:15 Eastern. And then Saturday, I won't spoil it because one of the races was earlier today. But it's the matchup Fur versus the winner of Icola versus Zephyr. So, yeah. So looking forward to those good matchups.
Yeah, it's actually crazy with how fast this tournament is. There's just an insane match every day. Pretty nice.
Mm-hmm.
The Zooter enjoyers are eating well.
Oh, I had a great time today. I watched all of the races all day. It was so much fun.
Well, the Ecola races today too, wasn't it? Yeah, there's 3 races today, huh?
Yeah.
All very good races, yeah. Because the
Yes.
Sponge and Carp race was today as well, so 4.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, there were 4. Yeah.
Well, Gav, GG's again. Thank you for letting us restream you and for joining us for an interview.
Of
Everyone,
course.
give our runners, Gav and Brot, a follow. Their links are in chat. Also, shout outs to our trackers again, Shanik, Mira, and Nath, pushing all of the buttons and filling out the sheet so we know what we're talking about. Of course, thank you to Majarkin for being on comms with me.
And thanks to Mel for also being here and being awesome on comms. So go give her a follow.
And I am not sure where exactly we are sending you, but we'll be sending you to some other action on a Speedgaming channel, I am sure. But that's it for us today.
Cool. I'm out of here. Thanks for coming. Thanks for hosting SGL. Thanks for watching. GG's.
Thanks, Gav. Later.
Later.